"Nathan, are you truly set on leaving Olivia behind to study abroad alone?" In the silent living room, Nathan met Mrs. Sullivan's eyes, filled with shock, and lowered his own lashes, a movement small yet unmistakably resolute. "That is right, Mrs. Sullivan. You know full well that at that grand wedding I was never the right man when the true protagonist was absent. I was merely a stopgap stepping stone pushed into place. Now that he has made his grand return, the joy in Olivia's eyes is impossible to hide. It is time for me to make a graceful exit." Nathan's lips curved in a self-deprecating smile as his gaze drifted to the window. Fine flakes of snow were now falling silently, draping the entire city in a crisp silver mantle. He chuckled softly. Studying abroad had been his long-buried dream for years. This thought caused Mrs. Sullivan's expression to grow distant, unbidden. Memories of that farce 3 years ago surfaced. Ethan, who should have been taking the oath, had fled abroad at the last moment, leaving Olivia standing alone on the stage, her eyes brimming with tears of humiliation. Just as the entire hall was frozen in awkward silence, Nathan appeared, clad in an ill-fitting suit, and took a deep breath before striding to the center. With composed grace, he took the microphone, bowed slightly to the assembled guests, and explained his tardiness was due to traffic. This act not only salvaged Olivia's dignity but also preserved the Sullivan family's tattered reputation. Yet when Mrs. Sullivan hesitantly asked if Olivia would let go, Nathan offered a wan smile, stating she had already signed the agreement. Just 2 weeks prior, he had placed those divorce papers before her, but Olivia, preoccupied with getting ready to meet Ethan, signed her name without reading a single word, then stormed out without looking back. Just 7 more days, and he would be completely free. He would never set foot on this land again. With 3 generations of the Sullivan family serving in the military, its members were barred from leaving the country. Therefore, the moment he boarded a plane to a foreign country, the vast distance would ensure they would never see each other again, in life or in death. Just then, a soft voice suddenly sounded from behind him. Nathan turned to see Olivia, whom he hadn't seen in days, approaching with an elegant stride. Her black evening gown clung to her exquisite figure, her long legs glimpsed through the hem of the skirt. Nathan's heart skipped a beat, and he murmured her name involuntarily. Mrs. Sullivan, seeing this, was about to confront him, but Nathan rose first, his eyes pleading with his mother-in-law to stop. "I missed you so much. I came especially to take you home," Olivia said, wrapping her arm around Nathan's with a hint of guilt. In truth, she had rushed here the moment she learned of Nathan's whereabouts. The two bid farewell to the anxious Mrs. Sullivan, then grabbed their luggage and plunged into the downpour outside. On the way back, heavy raindrops pounded the car windows relentlessly, yet the narrow cabin felt suffocatingly silent. After a long silence, Olivia finally gripped the steering wheel and casually mentioned Ethan. She insisted they had completely severed ties long ago, and her visit to care for him was solely because he'd just undergone heart surgery and was in terrible shape. She even invoked their old friendship to cover it up, hoping for Nathan's understanding. Nathan stared numbly at the blurred rearview mirror, a wave of coldness washing over him. Even if he hadn't witnessed Olivia's near-frenzied joy as she rushed toward Ethan, even if he hadn't discovered she'd sold the watch they'd worn for 3 years as a token of their love, replacing it with a cheap trinket from Ethan, but there were no what-ifs in this world. The last flicker of hope in Nathan's eyes had been completely extinguished. Facing her husband's coldness, Olivia was about to defend herself when she abruptly changed the subject, asking about the contents of that document from 2 weeks ago. Nathan found it utterly absurd. He turned his head, studying her with a look bordering on bitterness. Had she truly lost all basic caution in front of that white moonlight, even carelessly signing divorce papers? Just as Nathan prepared to confront her, a frantic ringtone erupted. The conspicuous nickname on the car display screen made Olivia's body freeze. Nathan stared expressionless out the window, dismissively telling her to answer it. His utter indifference sparked an unprecedented wave of panic within Olivia, as